NWA sort of bringing back the territories, sort of, in a sense. They did a press release a couple of days ago. National Wrestling Alliance embarks on historic territory system revival under leadership of President William Patrick Corgan. And the first one will be NWA Exodus Pro Midwest, which is led by NWA's World Heavyweight Champion EC3. There's like 3 paragraphs here, but essentially that's what it is they want to start making NWA like affiliates of like certain indies, I think, and they're going to call this a new territory system. What do you think?
Well, just hearing it, and I just read about it this morning. You sent me that clip to read. It's a tall order to try to bring that back. I think they're way behind in the game. AEW, they have national TV. So I don't know where they're going to get TV. And establishing the territorial system sounds, I don't know if it even sounds that good. And I wish them luck. So where are they going to open up their first office?
It says Pro Midwest, which is EC3's deal. This press release says from Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know. I mean, I suspect that might be where it is. In a move marking a pivotal moment in the history of the National Wrestling Alliance, President Billy Corgan has announced the revival of the promotion's territorial system, a cherished tradition for the NWA, which harkens back to the roots of pro wrestling and the Alliance's formation 75 years ago. The move is aimed at fostering collaboration, unity, and the development of future wrestling stars. The inaugural affiliate territory to join the initiative is NWA Exodus Pro Midwest. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's Cleveland, Ohio, it says from the top, so maybe it's there.
It's kind of Midwest.
Yeah.
Well, I think they need to pick the hottest places that they used to have. But I think some of those, unless they have TV, some of those areas have been badly abused, and it's going to be hard to bring those fans back. The old saying is, how you going to keep them down on the farm when they've seen the lights of Broadway? They've seen WWE, and they've seen the show, how well it's produced. I mean, it's a finely tuned theatrical exhibition of a sport that's worked. I don't know. I think people look at that, but what makes a territory go is stories. They got to get in there. They got to get one guy over and then just shoot the heels at it. That's the basic thing. But you're starting from scratch. So you're going to grow, if you grow at all. You're going to grow in small bursts. But can your owner withstand the growing pains and the financial pains? Because he's got to pay off the money he draws or the money he makes off a TV syndication. Is he happy with just making that money? And I know he wants to grow, but that's a tough order to fill. So I'll be interested to see how they do.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be something like what the NWA was in the early 2000s, where essentially it was just a few like indies here and there. Because I remember there was one called like NWA Wildside, and there were a few like NWA affiliates here and there, but they were all just small indie promotions. And I think for this to work, really, to get anywhere, that you'd need several promotions the level of an MLW or an Impact or a Ring of Honor or something like that. You'd need to have like promotions of that level, then have one champion for all those mid-size promotions, and then all together, the sum of the parts would be greater whole than separate in that sense. And then maybe that could start challenging for AEW for a second, for the top 2 promotion in the country kind of thing. But if it's just a load of indies with the NWA name, I don't know how they sort of like get value out of that.
I don't either. So, Billy, good luck. what you're doing. If your show is good, I'll say it's good. If it sucks, I'll say it sucks. But wrestling is a no, it's not even a sport. It's a measure of people getting over, but they get over by good creative, and that takes a while. So are you going to carry fans from the first week all the way through, or will you open up with a kind of a little boost and all of a sudden that tails off? See, what people are judging by is the level of wrestlers you have and comparing that to the best in the industry, which is WWE. And then AEW is about 60% of what WWE is, maybe 50%. I mean, AEW likes to say they're the industry leader. I don't know what they base that on.
And just before we get off this, I want to say NWA's got a pay-per-view coming up in a couple of weeks, NWA Samhain, so have a look for that pay-per-view in the coming, I think it's October 28th, in fact, so I'll give a little plug.